Here's how to gain up to 10 miles per hour of exit velocity in less than 3 months. If you know that you have to increase your exit velocity in order for you to create opportunities to play in college and stop being overlooked by coaches, this video is for you. I'm going to show you not just how I increased my exit velocity during my pro baseball career, but how one of my players increased his exit velocity by 10 miles per hour in less than 3 months. So I don't waste anybody's time. This video is for a high school player who's already put it in the work and is not afraid to do whatever it takes to increase his exit velocity, to get stronger, and actually follow a system that want to help him to move quicker, be more explosive at the plate, and increase his rotational power. Something that I learned in my last 5 years of coaching high school players is to recognize patterns from the guys who are getting better results. So if you're the type of player who's looking for the magic drill to automatically increase his exit velocity without putting in the work, you can click out this video. This video is not for you. The main reason why I create these videos is because I seen the same pattern from the players inside of my program that are getting the best results. And today I'm going to share it with you for free. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create better direction with your swing, how to be more explosive on the field instead of just getting stronger at the gym, and how to use your lower half to use the ground for leverage and increase your exit velocity. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Carlos Garcia. I'm a former professional baseball player for the Kansas City Royals and San Francisco Giants. And in my last 5 years, I've been helping high school players to play college baseball. First and foremost, let me show you the result from Christian from training with me in the last 3 months. December 3rd is when we first got our first session and we were using the RAP sorter to track his exit velocity. As you can see, his max exit velocity was 83.9. And on February 26th, his max was 94.2. It was actually 94.7, but I didn't record the last one under his profile, but 94, about 10 miles per hour of difference in between his exit velocity. Let me show you Christian's profile. So Christian is a junior in high school. He's 5'11", 170 pounds. So basically what we did to increase his rotational power and improve his exit velocity, his rough power, was to at least work out 3 times a week and having a full day optional, and on top of that have a test day where we were working with some overload and underload hitting routine to increase his bat speed as well. On top of that, he also was following a custom hitting plan to improve and clean up some part of his mechanic that was hurting him to hit the ball square to create a better direction and increase his exit velocity. We were also testing his exit velocity once a week to make sure that the plan that we were doing during the week, it was working. And if it was working, we were pretty much following the same system to make sure that we were having the same results for the upcoming weekend. Some of the goals that we were setting during the week at the weight room was to hit lower body twice a week and hit upper body twice a week too as well, and have one test day where we were tracking his exit velocity. I was showing him how to warm up, so he was having his own warm up routine to work on his mobility, to make sure that his hips were getting better. He was tightening his hips a little bit. He was having some warm up routine too as well, that he was doing it at home without even him coming to a facility and paying somebody for a lesson or strength and conditioning coach, when he already have his personal plan to follow on his own inside of our coaching app. So he already have a system in place. He only have to execute and be consistent with it, and he was. But now let me show you the adjustment that we were making to his swing. Just keep in mind, you can work as much as you want when you swing. If you're not getting more explosive and you're not being consistent at the weight room and resting properly, you're not going to see the result that I'm showing you right now. So here on the left was when he was having the first session with me. He was using his torso incorrectly, pretty much like being so upright and creating the rotation that he was creating with his body was more like east to west, which he was taking his bat off the strike zone pretty soon. And it was pretty hard for him to hit the ball square and maximize his window in case that he was late or he was early to have to get a better contact. And another thing that we were working on too was how strong he was utilizing his front side. He was slicking and pretty much like lunging with his body a lot, and it was hard for him to stay behind the ball to hit the ball square and create backspin with it. That's some of the things that we were of some of the goals that we were trying to achieve in the first month. And he's a really smart, and he was making quick adjustments since he was putting in the work already when we were not working inside the facility. So it was so much easier for us to get the result that we were looking for, to increase his exit velocity and have that consistency that we were looking for. He's really athletic. We were just looking for some sort of like routine and plan that it was helping him to have a repeatable swing that he could be able to take into the game, and be easy for him to repeat and adjust against live pitching. So if we see the swing on the right, the amount of stretch that we creating and separation is pretty easy to see it. So he is pretty much walking away from his hands and maximizing the stretch across his body like he is here. It's easy to see how much ground we gaining during his forward move to create that stretch and separation that I'm talking about. It's obvious to see how much ground he's gaining on the right when the swing that he has now, maximizing his stretch and separation, getting into an athletic and powerful position at how he was back in December. He was barely gaining some ground, and the stretch and separation that was he's creating across his body is not nearly as close as he was on the right and how he is in February now. Another thing that we were working on a lot is how to put pressure into the ground. Notice how on the right he's putting pressure into the ground, diving that back knee into it and staying behind. Also, like the money gap that he's creating in between his arms stay a lot longer through contact as how he's on the left, where he's at contact and he's coming around of the ball so quick and losing that space in between his arms, which is pretty much caused him to roll over. Another important thing is to see how he's leaning his torso over the plate a bit, staying leaning with his chest over the plate, over how he's on the left, where he's pretty much upright and bringing the batter outside of the strike zone. With this position here, where he was coming across, it was really hard for him to be consistent and hit the ball square to create backspin. On the right, notice how much pressure he's putting into the ground and following through, increasing his exit velocity and his bat speed to hit the ball with backspin and have that consistency that we were looking for. Let me play the video one more time so you can see the difference from one swing to the other. Again, these results can be possible to achieve if you're not putting in the work. So one of the main things that I often talk with parents and players looking to put in college is to have a custom plan that can achieve the situation that you're currently in over just pretty much following their type of approach or program from your travel team, from your high school team. Even if you're taking one-on-one lessons with a coach once a week, twice a week, but the other 4 or 5 days out of the week, you don't have assistant to follow through a plan, that some of the things that you want to do on your own, which is going to be way more beneficial to have this feedback on the daily basis regarding with from your recruitment process, from the plan that you want to follow at the weight room, your hitting plan, your thought process to make sure that you protect your confidence and your mindset, approach, situational hitting. It's the same approach that I took during my professional baseball career when I played with the Royals and Giants, over just expecting that working even with the best hitting coach out there once, twice a week without a plan, the other 5 days out of the week is magically when I change my swing. So yes, like I'm not gonna say like the time that you're gonna spend in a cage with a coach is a whole waste, but like if you're really looking to improve your game, you need to follow, you need to have a system in place that's going to help you fix the biggest struggle where you're going to get the most impact from. I often see guys getting distracted from working on 3 things at the same time. Try to work with one, no more than 2 things that are truly going to help you to improve your game, and then work with the rest of it after you master the first two. In case that you need my personal help because you're feeling that you're putting in the work and you're still being overlooked by coaches and you're truly looking to do everything that it takes to play in college, click the link below where you can book a free call with me and we can discuss your number one struggle, your number one goal, and at the very least, you want to walk out of that call with a game plan that you can follow on your own. And then if I consider that you're a good fit for my program, I'm going to invite you to work with me with guaranteed results within 3 months. And if for some reason you think like this program is not what you were expecting or you're not getting the result that you were looking for, you're going to get all your money back guaranteed. And why is the reason that I have these guarantees? Because I did the program myself when I was in high school and during my 13 years of professional baseball. I'm going to teach you something that I did myself and I seen players also getting results from it. My name is Carlos Garcia. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you feel like you're not ready to join my program yet, there's a lot of videos that I post on my YouTube channel for free that you can get real results from a proven system that I follow myself.